Good day, my name is Alexander Aguisajan. I will be discussing technology-based training methods. So first, I would like to discuss the flow of discussion. So the first topic we'll be talking about is technology-based training methods. The second one is technology's influence on training and learning. The third one is computer-based training, online learning, web-based training, and e-learning. And the fourth one is developing effective online learning. So first, the technology-based training methods. Just a quick background. Beginning in the 1980s, organizations increasingly began utilizing technology-based delivery methods for employee training and development. During the 1980s, in IBM, technology was used to deliver no more than 5% of the company's training. By 1990, it rose to 30%, and by the end of the decade, progressed to 75% of all training development delivered. Using technology for the delivery of training and instruction is increasing and is seen to further grow in the future. The use of social media applications or platforms gives potential in having a significant influence on training and learning. How? Social media provides tools that allow training to take place across geographical limits. This expands the possibility of training in other areas. It is also time efficient, cost effective, and the less burdensome method of training. So the next one, use of new technology in training. Technology can provide benefits for those willing to accept it. Training is one area that stands to benefit greatly from technological advances. The technology has been around for many years, and this allows employees to attend meetings virtually, use conference calls, and video conferencing. In our module, it was stated in the table 8.1 that 15% of training hours are delivered in a virtual classroom and 29% is delivered online. 39% of learning hours involve technology-based training methods. 36% of large companies deliver training online compared to 26% of mid-sized companies and 28% of small companies. 74% of companies use learning management systems or LMS. If you break it down by size, 88% of large companies, which has 10,000 or more employees, 75% of mid-sized companies, which has 1,000 to 9,999 employees, and 65% of small companies, which has 100 to 999 employees, use learning management systems. I would also like to share that in my previous school, LaSalle, they also use learning management systems or LMS even before the pandemic hit. It is like a virtual classroom. All announcements, grade consultations, and subjects are present in the LMS. It is used by teachers and us students for learning and accessing information. So some social media tools used for work-related learning include Google Documents or Google Docs. So users of Google Docs can import, create, edit, and update documents, spreadsheets in various fonts and file formats. Facebook and LinkedIn. So Workplace is a communication tool created by Facebook wherein it connects everyone in the company even if they are working remotely. Learning is a feature in Workplace that lets you collect related educational posts inside of a group. These units are different topics you create in learning that can be made for gathering posts like training material, educational information, and development resources. LinkedIn Learning, on the other hand, is the leading online learning platform that recommends expert-led courses to employees for the employees to develop relevant and applicable skills. They offer online creative courses, training for teams, and online business courses. So the next one are wikis. A wiki is a collaborative tool that allows users to contribute and modify one or more pages of course-related materials. Wikis are collaborative in nature and facilitate community building within a course. So Twitter and Yammer. Twitter is a resource that allows its users to discover, evaluate, and analyze discussions or issues that are taking place online. Mentors can develop activities to teach learners how they can practice their research techniques and how they can verify information through multiple sources on Twitter. Yammer, on the other hand, allows the users to share links to interesting tips or resources, infographics, and etc. It allows users to upload a shared page to encourage others to co-create or co-edit a document like Google Docs. So the next one is WordPress and LiveJournal. WordPress is the simplest, most popular way of creating a website or blog. Websites or blogs can be used to share information for learners and its target audience. LiveJournal is a social media platform that allows members to keep a blog, journal, or diary and share their interests. And the remaining ones are podcasts. We all know what podcast is: YouTube, Flickr, Dig, Reddit, and Second Life. Although some social media platforms that I have stated are outdated or not as popular as they were before, it is just to give you an idea that there are many social media tools we can use or was used in work-related learning. So our next topic is technology's influence on training and learning. New technology reduces the costs that are aligned with delivering training to employees. The use of technology-driven training delivers benefits to employees and organizations. It maximizes available education training resources. It offers ease of use, learning retention, dissemination of information, and the ability to reinforce learning. So, some of the new technology training methods as mentioned in our module in Table 8.2 includes e-learning, online learning, CBT, and WBT, webinars, podcast, mobile learning, blended learning, wikis, distance learning, social media, shared workspaces, RSS feeds, blogs, discussion boards, microblogs, and MOOC. I will be discussing e-learning, online learning, CBT, and WBT later on. So technology has made several benefits possible. So these are the benefits. Employees can gain control over when and where they receive training. Employees can access knowledge and expert systems on an as-needed basis. Through the use of avatars, virtual reality, and simulations, the learning environment can look, feel, and sound just like the work environment. So, another one is that it saves money. Employees that are properly trained spend less time troubleshooting and more time on productive and revenue-driving tasks. The next one is that it saves time. When employees are knowledgeable about the applications they use, they can work quickly and finish projects faster. And that it fosters a competitive edge or a competitive advantage to other companies. Companies that can use all their solutions effectively are likely to outperform those that struggle to understand the basics. So training is a necessary aspect of technology solutions and planning. As we become more reliant on technology, it's important that the employees know how to utilize the solutions that the business or company is investing in. So, technology facilitates collaboration. Another influence of technology on learning and training is that it facilitates collaboration. It allows digital collaboration to occur. Digital collaboration is the use of technology to enhance and extend employees' abilities to work together, regardless of their geographic proximity. It includes electronic messaging systems like Google Hangouts, Troop Messenger, Slack, and sometimes companies provide company cell phones for them to text co-workers within or outside the company. So digital collaboration can be done synchronous or asynchronous. Synchronous communication is when trainers, experts, and learners interact with each other live and in real time. Video conferencing tools like Zoom and Google Meet make synchronous communication possible. Asynchronous communication, on the other hand, refers to non-real-time interaction. So basically, it is the same with our online classes, asynchronous and synchronous meetings. So the next one is that technology creates a dynamic learning environment. Technology engages learners in stimulated experiences and encourages them to practice collaborative decision-making skills. When this is done right, the exposure to technology deepens understanding. The trainer may help design the instruction, and these instructions are delivered to the learners through technology. Learning occurs primarily through exchanges with other learners using blogs, wikis, or other types of social media training. Working on virtual team projects, participating in games, listening, exchanging ideas, interacting with experts like engineers or managers, and discovering ideas and applications using hyperlinks that take the learner to other websites. So collaboration can occur between learners and training content like using simulations or games, between learners and instructors, and between learners and experts. It is important that new technologies create a dynamic learning environment, including collaboration, active learner involvement, and access to other resources. So technology gives learners control. Learner control refers to giving trainees the option to learn through self-pacing exercises, exploring links to other materials, and conversations with trainees and experts. It includes the ability to select how content is presented, like if they will use text, pictures, or videos, or other materials, to pause, skip, and review content, and to link to additional resources. So the next one is computer-based training, online learning, web-based training, and e-learning. So it is the instruction and delivery of training by computer through the internet or the web. All of these training methods can include and integrate into instruction text, interaction using simulations and games again, and video, and collaboration using blogs, wikis, and social networks, and hyperlinks to additional resources. Trainees can still interact with the training content, answer questions, and choose responses regarding how they would behave in certain situations, but they cannot collaborate with other learners. Online learning, e-learning, and web-based training all include delivery of instruction using the internet or the web. So the potential features of online learning, these features include content, collaboration, and sharing links to resources, learning control, delivery, and administration. But we must remember that not all these features are incorporated into online learning method. So the first one is context. These are the text, video, graphics, and sound. Those are the features. So the next one is the link to resources, which has other training materials, other web-based materials, link to electronic performance support systems. The next one is learner control, which has practice, pacing, feedback, content, and accessibility. The next one is collaboration and sharing, which has communities of practice, peers, other trainees, experts, mentors, and advisors. Administration, which has enrollment, monitoring, and progress assessment. And lastly, the delivery, which has internet, web, distance learnings, and CD-ROM. Online learning can provide learners with content and ability to control what they learn, speed at which they progress through the program, how much they practice, and even when they learn. So the advantages of online learning. So some of the advantages I would just like to state, but the complete list is in the module. So some of the advantages of online learning is that it supports the company's business strategy and objectives. It is accessible at any time and any place, and that training can be delivered to geographically dispersed employees. So let's move on to the effectiveness of online learning. So again, the full list of effectiveness of online learning is in the module, but I would like to just discuss and state some. So the first one is that online instruction is more effective. Web-based instruction and classroom instruction are equally effective. Employees who get the most from online learning are those who complete more of the available opportunities and take more time to complete the training. So let's move on to the last topic, which is developing effective online learning. So web-based training or online learning should include a technology assessment and an assessment of the skills that users need for online training. So needs assessment is one of the main investigative tools institutions use to identify actual needs, gaps, and hidden parts in the system and other activities. Needs assessment can help institutions to match the needs of their target audience with the e-learning courses and programs they plan to market. So the next one is bandwidth. So it is the number of bytes and bits of information that can travel between computers per second. So graphics, photos, animation, and video in courses can be slow to download and can crash the system. Online learning courses should be designed for the available bandwidth of the company's system. Bandwidth can be increased by upgrading access speed on the user's computers, buying and installing faster service and switches like computer hardware on the company's network, or encouraging trainees to access the web when demand is not high. So the next one is creating a positive online learning experience. The characteristics of a positive learning environment should be included to help aid retention of learning content. So flowcharts or storyboards should be created that includes all of the course components such as a main menu, modules, web pages for each lessons, assessments, discussion forums, images, color specifications, and help menus. So again, I would like to cite my experience in using the LMS. It was really like a classroom, but of course in a computer, and all the components like the main menu, the assessments, discussion forums are also present. So the next one is rapid prototyping. It is an iterative process where initial design ideas are proposed and provided in rough form in an online working prototype that is reviewed and refined by design team members and key learning stakeholders. Watching how the users interact with the prototype provides feedback about how easily or difficult it is to navigate through the course and understand its contents, elements, and instructions. So the next one is repurposing. It is the translating of an instructor-led face-to-face training program to an online format. So online learning that merely repurposes an ineffective training program will still result in ineffective training. Unfortunately, in their haste to develop online learning, many companies are repurposing bad training. The next one is learner control. As I have said earlier, so this is giving trainees the option to learn actively through self-pacing, exercises, exploring links to other materials, and conversations with other trainees and experts. Simply providing learner control does not ensure that trainees will use all the features provided by online learning like practice exercises. Trainees should have access to instructions on how to use learner control tools, or else difficulty using them will take away from time and attention that they can devote to learning. Companies must communicate the importance and meaningfulness of the training content for employees' jobs and must hold employees accountable for completing the training. The next one is to provide time and space for online learning. Using formative evaluation of prototypes of web training can be helpful in identifying the appropriate length and time of modules. The next one is technology for collaboration and linking. This can involve an exchange among two or more trainees or among the trainer or other experts. Employees learn by informal, unstructured contact with experts and peers. Collaboration can involve an exchange among two or more trainees or among the trainer or other experts. Linking includes the use of hyperlinks, which I will be discussing next. So hyperlinks, these are links that allows the trainees to access other websites that includes printed materials, as well as communications links to experts, trainers, and other learners. Research suggests that the reason some employees fail to complete online learning and prefer instructor-led face-to-face instruction over online learning is that they want to be able to learn and network with their peers. Effective online learning connects trainees and facilitates interaction and sharing through the use of collaborative learning tools such as chat rooms, discussion boards, or social media. And the last one is the Massive Open Online Courses, or the MOOC that I have stated earlier. So, MOOC refers to the learning that is designed to enroll large number of learners. So, it is free and accessible to anyone with an internet connection that is open. It takes place online using videos of lectures, interactive coursework including discussion groups and wikis, which is online. And it has specific start and completion dates, quizzes and assessment, and exams or courses. So it is like the Google Classroom and the Canvas that is being used by other universities and schools. So that is all for my discussion and presentation in my topic. So thank you for listening.